Good day, everyone. Today we are going to be continuing the second video on our series. This is top to bottom analysis on Boom 500 index. The first video we drew our zones on the daily and weekly time frame. And now on the second video we're going to be drawing our trend line. So what is a trend line? A trend line is a line drawn across the chart indicating the general direction price is moving in. It is drawn by connecting at least two peaks in the case of a downtrend or two troughs in the case of an uptrend. We have an example of an uptrend with a downtrend here, so that's very good. It requires a clear path, not cut into candlestick bodies to be considered valid. Okay, so we've defined our trend line, so let's go ahead and draw it. We have two peaks here. These are two high points in price. I'm going to change the color of my trend line to black. Okay. Another rule I didn't write down is that the trend has to touch, should be drawn from week to week, from candlestick week to candlestick week. Okay, so now we have two blue boxes that I've circled here. These two blue boxes represent our two peaks. Our two peaks representing, in the case of a downward trend line, as is our definition, this is a weekly trend line. Because we're currently at the weekly time. Two peaks. So now, let's draw our upward trend line. This trend line is very, what's the word? Steep is for high. It's too shallow. It's more like a resistance zone than a trend line. Maybe we should ignore that one and draw something like this. Okay, we have a much better fit for a trend line here, but I don't want to draw it on the weekly time frame because it has a very clear and very apparent daily time frame relevance. Anyways, just for the sake of explanation, this is my two troughs or my two bases. And these are my two troughs for a upward trend line. That's very easy to understand, right? Okay, so now this trend line is actually valid. The only reason why I don't want to draw it is because I want to draw it on a smaller time frame. So let's go down to the daily time frame and let's draw our trend lines, any trend lines that we can spot. But you know, we've already spotted one. Refresh. Let's shrink this chart. Okay, now let's draw. So we have a trend line from about here. Sorry for that brief intermission. So we have a trend line from here. We can draw one across like this. This would now then be our daily trend line. This is our daily trend line. We could also draw that trend line like this. But you can see that although we can draw a trend line like this to better represent, it's not much different. After all, trend lines are not an exact science. It's not an accurate mathematics. Trend lines are simply a means of estimating the general direction price is going in. No more, no less. So we should not expect our trend lines to be perfectly obeyed. There is no level, whether it is a horizontal or diagonal zone, that is perfectly obeyed. Not even psychological levels. Not even Fibonacci. Because price no be whatever, man. It's not an exact mathematics, simply put. So we've identified our trend lines of the daily and on the weekly. I think we still have a trend line here. We still have a trend line here. We have a trend line here. Like this. Interesting. We can either draw one like this, which has already been violated, hopefully to act as diagonal for instance, or we can draw one like this. But this one is a bit rushed because this is too close to the recent price action. So there's no telling whether price is about to do like this. If price literally does something like that, then this trend line will be invalid, would have been invalid from its root. So I'm not very comfortable with drawing this trend line. Although I don't think it's an invalid trend line, I'm just personally not comfortable with it. So yeah, that's it for our trend lines. Let's move on to the next aspect, which is going to be trend origins.